What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilkin. We're coming back with more DanChro. Now, we have a new event, and we've talked about this a little bit, but we're going to kind of cover it a little bit today. So, main thing here is we have a new story quest, and if you haven't completed this, just basically go in and run just any old, run your dailies. What I did here is I go into my story quest, and every single day, I run all of the very hard stories. I just clear them all, skip them, and then so on and so forth. This really works like 2, maybe even 3-fold, but essentially clear all those bad boys out, and you're going to get tickets, and with those tickets, number one, once you amass a certain amount of them, you can come in here and you can finish up the story event. In fact, I have one more here that I can finish up right now, so we're going to do that real quick. Now, I'm not going to watch it. I can literally just kind of skip through it, and I'll actually get my credit for it. So, that be that. We'll watch it a little bit later and we'll cover it in its own right. But that's that. That's how you unlock all the stories. Now, similarly, as you're accruing tickets, you will actually be able to come in here and perform boss battles. You can do boss battle normal, hard, very hard, and EX. Most people have already done this. Honestly, the EX is really easy. Even the test of strength is shockingly easy. Or, I'm sorry, the trial for test of strength is shockingly easy. I haven't done test of strength yet. We'll cover that in its own right, because normally you have to have the new units for that, though I've heard quite a few stories that you don't this time. So I think we're going to have to cover that. But boss battle EX, we're going to come in here. I'm going to do 2 skips on this bad boy. Done and done. Now, you'll notice that you get these silver coins over here for when you do those boss battles. So, nice part about that, those silver coins are the main thing I want to talk about today, and that is the new box gacha. Now, this is not new, but if you haven't done one of these, we'll cover it pretty simply here for you. So number one, if we go here to line up, each one of these gachas is going to have a bunch of items that you can farm, and then it's got the recommended rewards that if you just get those rewards, you can kind of move on to the next round. Personally, I don't see the point in that. I would say clear all this out. And why I say that is because if you kind of add this up, there's 195 rewards here, 260 there, 250 there, 320 there, 280, and then 300. Now, you can continue farming this, and I would highly recommend it, because if you go down here, you can get a bunch of these small items for the ability boards. Now, ability board items aren't as important as they were like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, basically before we had the new Abyssal Exploration. But that Abyssal Exploration is still pretty buggy and hard to run, so I'd still recommend farming this up. Last time I did this, I think we got to like round 30 or some crazy mess like that. It was pretty wild, I'll be honest. But got a ton of items for it, and it was well worth it. So here's what happens after round 6 when you reset. Round 7 is literally the same thing, and all the way basically you can run this infinite times. So go grab that. Pretty easy stuff. And to do this, I recommend going over here. Now, you see I have 107 of those silver coins, and if I math this out correctly, you should only need about 80,000 in order to go all the way up through basically all the rounds. So we're going to attempt that right now. Now, there's a little button, it's hard to see here, but off to where it says draw one time, there's a little, kind of like a little, looks like 2 little pieces of paper, I guess. I don't know. It's got a number 1 beneath it. You can switch that over to 10 times, 50 times, or I like to draw 100 times. So, do the math on that. Go over here to lineup, 195. 2 of these is going to equate to basically a complete clearing of round 1. So let's do that real quick. Now, this is going to require 50. It's going to require 5,000 of the of these silver coins. So let's go ahead and clear that out real quick. Boom. And I got 5 of my 10 of those heart things and a bunch of these upgrade items. Good grief, do I need upgrade items? So this is a huge asset. So let's run it one more time. Now, it's only going to run 95 of the full 100, so I'll have a few coins left over. But there we go. Got tons and tons and tons of things here. So once you're done with that, all rewards have been obtained. Please proceed to the next phase, and so on and so forth. So let's do that again. Should probably need, I think, 3 on this one. Okay, so The big rewards are always up top. The little rewards are down here. Now, for those of you that are trying to obtain like level 90s, level 100s, if, let's say, for the sake of argument, you were to get all of these on one gacha and you had a bunch of these available, I still, once again, would recommend just getting all of these rewards. It's actually pretty worth it, because if you're doing any major upgrades, like I'm stuck at level like 95, I think, on Otaro, because I just don't have enough items. It's worth it to farm these so you can get those level 90s and level 100s up. Trust me, it's a lot easier to do it this way. So let's do another one of these. And to show you how simple this is, even though this event's been out for a few days now, I've really only run this Friday, Saturday, and then today. And even today, I didn't really run a whole lot yet. So here we go. Because as you guys know, I've been out of town. So I haven't had a lot of time to really work on this. So really in the past 3 days, I've amassed all these, and I can amass even more pretty quickly, because as you noticed, if we go back over here one more time, I still have all of these very hard quests still available. I got 0 there, but we ran that. So all these are still good. So I've still got to do my daily runs on all those today. But nevertheless, I already pretty much have what I need here. So let's go back to draw 100. We'll do another draw here. Boom. Now, I'm still lacking a few. Let's do this again. Here we go. And now round 3 is completed. No? There we go. Okay. All right. So now I've got all the rewards. So now we're on to round 4. So let's just fast track this bad boy. Only got one thing there, and it wasn't even any of the recommendeds. Oof. Got 2 of the recommendeds. All we need is the Mystical Fauna. And we got it. And so notice that it says remaining 20. So technically all these are still outstanding. Now I know I'm going to be able to get them here, because while the rewards are fairly randomized, there are a set number of rewards. So case in point, let's go ahead and move on to lineup 5, or round 5. So round 5, there's 280 rewards, okay? These 3 at the top are the ones that if I get those, I could forcibly move on. But I want all these. I really do want all of these. So it says 280. Technically, I can move on earlier. It's going to randomly select 100 of those rewards out of the possible 280. But notice it didn't even grab any of the big rewards. That's the thing. But it is randomized, so it is just a complete thing. So now I got all of them. So if I didn't want to, I could click next phase and move on. But I really want these remaining 80 rewards. So we're just going to go ahead and run this one more time. Bam. Now we're forcibly moved on to the next phase. So now round 6 is the round where it just kind of permanently replicates the same thing. So let's talk about this lineup real quick. So you got 2 all-encompassing Fallness, 2 of the transformation brooches. Those are the new items for this event. In fact, let's talk about that item real quick. So I don't fully know what it does. So let's go check it out. Battle item. As you can see, I've got a bunch here that I still need to upgrade, but that's fine. That's just me being lazy, I'll be honest. So, transformation brooches. Right now, I am sitting on how many? 49 of them. So, let's see what they do first things first. So, stats. Apply 20% damage reduction to your unit for 15 seconds. Oh, nice. 20% strength increase and 20% magic increase, but you can only use it once, so use it sparingly during battle. When in battle, 100% endurance increase to your unit. So, these are all the characteristics. Now, when it comes to characteristics, they will change quite a bit. Oop, let's go back in here. Down here to the, not that, to the bottom, to the brooch. Bam. So, if you click on Remake, there's a ton of characteristics up here at the top. Usually this characteristic, the very first one, is the main one you're going to be going for the most part. There is a rainbow, a gold, a silver, and a bronze of those. So, Actually, he didn't. The main effect doesn't even have a bronze. It's just got a gold, rainbow to silver. The rainbow being the best. So activated when adventurer possesses the magical girls, Sunny and Lovely. When in battle, 10% increased special move damage to your unit. So that would be really nice. But I'll be honest with you, since I don't have the new unit, I don't know that I don't know if I'd really use that much. Because I don't really have any units on that team. So it might be better for me to go ahead and either go for the strength and magic increases or the endurance increase. Now, as you can see, I already natively got a rainbow endurance increase, which is really nice. There are locks in the game where you can lock that attribute. They're pay to win. You can't just like grab a bunch of those right out of the gate. You've got to pay for those, unfortunately. They are paywalled. So it is what it is. All right, let's see. Oh, so check that out. We immediately got that. Once again, though, I don't know. See, I don't know if I have anybody on that team. And we got Magic and Dex on the other one. If you have the new unit, that'd be a great attribute. But I'm actually good. I'm actually going to stick with what I got. I hate to say. That is what it is. So if you decide you want those locks, you can kind of pay for those and whatever. But it is what it is. That's kind of a discussion for another day. Let's go finish up round 6. Oop, that is a 1 draw. We want to go to our 100 draw. Boom. There we are, 100 draws. And we'll run this 3 times. Bam. And we're going to get a ton of those brooches. We got a Mystical Fall into here, so this third one. Boom. And now we're moving on to the next phase. But it said phase 6 was the last one, right? Well, like I said before, phase 6 or round 6 just goes on indefinitely. It's basically just going to reset as many times as I run this. And I think last time I ran this to like level 30 or something. It was kind of crazy. So let's just expunge all my items here. And there's nothing else to do with them, I'll be honest. So you might as well at some point. Oops. Okay, I've hit the wrong things here and I need to manually go to next phase. Boom. Let's continue on. So I won't quite have enough to finish up the final round, so I'll need to go do some farming. But there we go. That'll run the 2,000 that I've got. There we go. So now in my lineup, I have 57 items left. And like I said, it is worth it to farm those. So for me, I'm going to go back in here every day and just run my story quests. Boom. Boom. And just do all my skips. It really doesn't... I mean, it's you know, costly as far as stamina is concerned. But, you know, it's not that time intensive. And I've got enough of these stamina items. I'm not terribly worried about it. There we go. I'm at the point now where I'm not going to conserve stamina items. We get enough of them all the time. So I think I drop 11 or 12 of these larger items. Oops. Need to move on over here. And maybe like one of the slightly smaller item. And I'll basically have enough stamina to do all of this. So it's not a crisis. It's pretty easy. And once again, now that I'm done with Familia Myth, then I'll go down here and start with Banquet of Gods and do this whole round. So go do that every day. Go farm this up. It's super worthwhile. And I should actually, let me see how far I am from getting Otaro up to level 90 where I want him. So we're stuck at, I think I said 95. Really. We're stuck at like level 84. I thought it was 85. So I didn't get him up to 88. So do I want to do that or do I want to upgrade another unit? Got choices to make there. But nevertheless, I was down to like nothing prior to this. So from that event, I got enough to get him up to 88. We're almost at as far as I need to go with him. Anyway, I digress. Like, comment, share, and we will have more to come here really soon.